Loch Lomond is 26 miles long, and the surface area is the largest loch in the whole of Scotland and the UK. Yeah. The only loch which is bigger is Loch Ness, but that's only by volume because it's so deep in Loch Ness, where you get the Loch Ness monster.
Loch Ness high, yeah. Loch Ness monster, yeah?
Yeah, the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah.
So if you look straight through the front of the boat, we have a hill there, it's called Conic Hill. And there's a ridge which comes from the top of Conic Hill down the hill here and across the island and straight through the biggest island on Loch Lomond, which is Inchmurrin, and it actually continues across the other side. This is basically a highland fault line, or a boundary fault line. It's to do with the Earth's landscape underneath, and it basically spans the whole of Scotland and separates the lowlands of Scotland and the highlands. So if you look on the right side of the boat, most of the hills are sort of rolling low hills, and then as soon as you look to the other side, we then have all the mountainous hills as you begin the highlands. And most of these were made bigger by the last ice age, which was about 10,000 years ago. There was a glacier that moved across the landscape, creating the hills. And also before that, Loch Lomond was a saltwater loch.
So it's a water table for a thing like it's a water table? For a water table, like it's just a water table, or just come after the glacier is gone up?
Yeah, after the glacier.
Yeah.
And that's why it's also so deep in some of, up at the very top of the loch.
Alright, yeah.
It gets to 190 metres deep.
Aye.
Because of the glacier feature.
Glacier sea, yeah.
Behind us we have Loch Lomond Golf Course. So that used to be, they used to do some of the Scottish Opens there, and it's one of the top 5 courses in Scotland. And I'm not sure if you knew that Scotland created golf. Yeah, the first game of golf was in Scotland.
Yeah, Scotland created the golf, yeah? Oh, that's nice, yeah.
So Inchmurrin Island, the biggest island, that's owned by the Scott family. So at this side of the island, there's a restaurant and a bar which is facing the south of the loch. So you can get a ferry from Burnfoot Farm over there on the mainland, and they'll bring you over. You can have lunch or dinner there with some amazing views. And yeah, it's really good spot. They also have a farm which is on the island. So at the moment you see all the lambs, some horses, cattle.
Yeah. I saw the horses in the air, yeah.
Yeah.
This is a farm or a horses farm out there, yeah?
Pardon?
This is the horses farm? I saw the horses over there.
Just some pets.
Pets?
Pet horses. So in a minute we're going to cruise into the Narrows, and it's called the Narrows because there's 3 big islands. The first one, Inchmurrin, which is I think the second biggest island on the loch. So it's home to three people live there, and some of the things you see there, I've seen some Highland cattle and some deer, and the deer get there by swimming from the mainland. So when it's a really flat, calm day, I've seen a couple of times just 2 antlers and a big head sticking out of the water.
Yeah.
And its eyes are just puffing its way across the water.
Aye.
And then the middle island, which we'll come across, is called Inchconnechen, and I think that's probably the coolest one because in 1940 the owner of the island travelled all the way to Australia and then down to Tasmania, and when she was there she fell in love with these wallabies, which are basically little mini kangaroos. So she loved them so much she brought 2 back with her on the boat that she went on.
Alright.
And then let them wild on Inchconnechen. So now they've been breeding there for the last 80 years, and there's about 10 or 15 colony of them there. It's very unusual to see them, but I've seen them. My family and all of our friends used to go up and put boats on one of the beaches which we'll pass by and make big barbecues with like loads of pig spit roast egg, and because all the smell, the wallabies would come down to the shore and see what's going on. Yeah, really nice.
They are hungry at that time.
Yeah, super lucky when the sun comes